Listen closely. You are not listening to these words by sheer coincidence. The path that brought you to this exact moment was laid out with absolute intent. There is a truth waiting for you here, one that will completely redefine the landscape of your future. The connection you are feeling in your life right now is far from ordinary. It isn't a random twist of fate, and it is entirely built to last. The bond developing between you and this specific individual has been deliberately structured. It was forged in the quiet spaces of your past hardships and shielded during struggles you weren't even aware you were fighting. This isn't about a loud, dramatic display. It is about a quiet, undeniable authority. It is a partnership defined by a shared mission, real impact, and spiritual protection. Do not pull away from this realization. What is about to become clear will make sense of every setback, every delay, and every reason why this person carries a weight in your spirit, unlike anyone else. If you recognize this truth, drop a comment below to claim it. We are talking about an alignment designed to shift the atmosphere, not just for the two of you, but for the communities and people around you. This has nothing to do with a flawless fairy tale romance. This is about precise timing, maturity, and following the guidance you've been given. Both of you had to navigate heavy storms completely on your own. You both experienced isolation, unanswered questions, and moments where it felt like your efforts were entirely overlooked. Those difficult seasons were never a form of punishment. They were a refining process. The universe was preparing your foundation so that when your paths finally merged, you wouldn't shatter under the weight of external pressures. You will stand unshakable. The strength woven into this bond isn't meant to feed human pride. It is meant to fulfill a higher calling. It requires you to stay humble, deeply aware, and entirely authentic. Think about the history you've carried. You used to spend late nights wondering why certain relationships crumbled without warning, why promising starts suddenly turned to dust, and why your heart had to bear such intense disappointment. Those doors were closed for your protection. Those endings were allowed because those individuals were completely unaligned with the future designed for you. Had they stayed, they would have drained your energy, fractured your focus, and pulled you away from the one person meant to truly stand by your side. This current connection operates differently because it is anchored in reality, not an illusion. It doesn't rely on being rushed, frantic, or forced into existence. It moves with a steady, natural momentum. There is a precise reason your spirit responds so deeply when this person comes to mind. Even if the full picture hasn't come into view yet, an internal recognition has been placed deep within you that bypasses logical explanation. It won't always be effortless. There will be seasons of silence, moments of space, and human misunderstandings. But the framework being built right now is not fragile. It is fully capable of outlasting doubt, time, and the weight of outside opinions, because it is anchored in something far deeper than fleeting emotions. Type 777 in the comments if you stand in this faith. True power rarely looks like what society expects. It isn't found in flashy displays, shallow status, or constant external applause. The real strength here is the quiet ability to remain completely unified when everything else tries to pull you apart. It's the conscious decision to choose one another when life gets heavy. It is the wisdom to build a shared future without letting old anxieties dictate your steps. This kind of influence doesn't scream. It ripples outward quietly, changing lives in ways you might never fully measure. Before we dig deeper into how this partnership will manifest, Take note of an intriguing breakthrough happening right now. Have you heard about the rapid 7-second mental routine that is gaining massive attention globally? Recent neuroscience leaks have highlighted a remarkably brief cognitive exercise that helps remove deep-seated mental blocks around scarcity, opening the door to sudden abundance and financial freedom. Validated across multiple independent research labs, this simple daily practice has helped individuals transition from overwhelming debt to absolute stability and unexpected prosperity. If this message is reaching you, consider it a timely opportunity. As this Insights page frequently goes offline, you can find the direct link located right below in the description and pinned comments before it's taken down. Now, let us return to the deeper purpose of your journey. This bond is not designed to dissolve. It is meant to mature, even through the phases that feel entirely unclear right now. You are witnessing the absolute earliest stages of something built to endure. Remember the days when you felt entirely ready to give up on the idea of genuine connection? You watched everyone else move forward while you remained in a holding pattern, constantly questioning if you were flawed or simply forgotten. But you were never forgotten. You were being preserved. You were being kept away from low-level entanglements that would have stripped you of your peace. Your heart was being intentionally shaped so that when the right person finally stood in front of you, you would spot the difference instantly, without a shred of hesitation. Drop a 111 if you know this connection is meant to elevate your purpose. This person isn't arriving to complete you. Completion is an internal job, found in your relationship with the divine and your own self-worth. They are arriving to walk alongside you as an equal partner. When two entirely grounded individuals stand together, their strength doesn't just add up, it multiplies. You may have already crossed paths in the past through completely ordinary circumstances. A brief conversation, a passing look, a minor interaction that felt insignificant at the time, but lingered in your mind far longer than it should have. Those moments weren't accidental. They were quiet markers, early indicators that a larger plan was already in motion. Even if physical distance or timing has kept you at arm's length, the thread has never snapped. It has been quietly strengthening in the background, waiting for the exact right moment to fully step into the light. A moment is approaching where the fog will clear entirely. The confusion will lift, peace will settle into your spirit, and you will see exactly why those previous doors had to slam shut. You will understand why you had to become more resilient, wiser, and more patient. That realization won't feel forced or frantic. It will feel completely organic, like a missing piece finally sliding into place after years of waiting. But before that moment lands, the internal work must continue. Your patience is being stretched. Your ability to trust without needing constant validation is being developed. And your capacity to remain steady when emotions run high is being tested. These aren't minor lessons. They are foundational requirements for what lies ahead. Type 2, 2-2 to welcome these alignment blessings. Be prepared. There will always be external voices that cannot comprehend what you feel. People will question your choices, try to project their own fears onto you, and attempt to create friction where there should be peace. You must learn the art of selective listening. Do not give away your attention to every passing opinion. Not every voice carries wisdom, and not everyone is qualified to speak into your future. Guard what is being built in private. You are also learning how to move beyond fear. Past pain leaves a residue. Memories of broken trust and unmet expectations can subtly whisper to you, telling you to keep your walls up and withhold your heart. But this situation does not mirror your past. Do not let old injuries dictate the rules of a fresh start. Healing isn't about erasing your history. It's about stepping forward without letting your history run your life. Neither of you will be flawless. There will be tough conversations, moments of friction, and days that demand deliberate effort. But the beauty of this connection doesn't lie in the absence of struggles. It lies in the shared dedication to grow through them. When both individuals value resolution over ego and unity over division, that is where real power shows up. Never rush the timing of what is unfolding. Haste only invites anxiety and unnecessary missteps. What is truly designated for your life will never require you to force it. It will come together with a natural, steady rhythm. Trust the pace, because every single step is being orchestrated with extreme care. Look closely at your own life. You are already changing. You are becoming more anchored, more intentional, and clearer about the standards you hold. This isn't a coincidence. It is the ultimate preparation. You are being ready not just to encounter a deep connection, but to sustain it for a lifetime. Everything happening behind the scenes is moving in your favor. Paths are being cleared, and hidden obstacles are being quietly moved out of your way. What felt like an agonizing delay was actually heavy protection. You are right on time. When the alignment completes, the flow will feel entirely natural. Step forward into this next chapter with total confidence, knowing that the foundation beneath you is built to last. Type Amen to close this chapter in absolute certainty.